Hello and welcome everybody. Hopefully this is coming through correctly. YouTube is being a swine as per usual. But yes, hello, we are back with another episode of Rogue Trader as my players are here and hopefully ready to begin. So quick recap. Many weeks ago now, our adventurers left the Sky Tower after receiving a number of missions and jobs that they can complete. They decided that it would be best to explore a certain region, one of the lost villages, and then they were going to return back to Izmir to collect some goods that they could trade with the Sky Tower. Upon arriving at the lost village, they encountered a number of animals and insects. Most of the animals fled, some of them fought, but the insects were particularly hostile and decided that they would attempt to end our player's existence, but failed in the doing, and our group of adventurers have killed, slaughtered, and maimed almost all the insects and a few Sacoons. As a reminder, because it has been quite a long time, the village has next to nothing in it. There's a few buildings that could be reused. There's a number of fields that are overgrown. But when our group used a specialized piece of equipment, a monocle and auger ring, they did learn that in the fields are growing a particular plant that will be highly useful for their archaeotech machinery back at their outpost, which can be used to create promethium. With their new warriors, Timmy and Timmy. Timmy being rather wounded at -4, and Timmy being healthy for an inbred. We come back to our episode where our group have basically gathered up most of the resources, except from the flora.
This?
Yes.
Are we coming through the audio?
Yes.
Yeah, we are. We checked. I checked.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I found a way that I can check. So the soundboard is actually quite useful because when I use the soundboard, it comes through on OBS as your guys' audio. So if I use the soundboard, it tells me that, as long as I see the green light, it's like, okay, I did things correctly.
I was trying to check, but I was mistiming it badly every time. I just couldn't hear any of the noises either I made or fucking Jim made, and it's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I made and I heard it. So
yeah, thank you all for checking, because I have made that mistake multiple times now.
Although, what? No, really?
I've been GMing now for a good 5 years. And it's only happened 20 times.
50% of the time?
Well, for the hundreds of episodes that we've done, it's about 15 to 20. So that's not bad.
That's not bad. Not bad.
And it has been hundreds of episodes at this point. So,
True.
But yes, at the moment, I believe
it can always get worse. Don't worry about it.
It can. I believe at the moment it's a little bit too late for you guys to move on to the next location. You do still need to gather up some stuff. So there'll be one thing now that the battle's kind of calmed down. You don't notice any technology here. The only thing that Cray would be able to point out is there appears to be the facilities for refueling farming equipment but
Okay.
it's all empty. So essentially think of it as a fueling station, but all the technology is gone. So there you can only see like the holes in the ground where the pumps would have been and where the wires would have connected to, but it's all been taken, repurposed.
And the fields are growing like a crop that assists with promethium usage, right?
Yes, that is correct. It is I believe it's razor grain is what I called it, or razor wheat.
Okay. Okay. There's a lot of razor things on this planet.
Yes, there are. I believe the beetles are called razor beetles.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we fought razor wings as well. Not fought, but found razor wings earlier as well.
Yep. Apparently, the archaeotech individuals of this world's previous
just really liked razors. Like
yeah,
the razor
really.
claw beetle, the razor wing, the razor wheat.
They were really advanced, but clearly not that creative.
They just really, you know what? They named everything razor because they didn't like the shave.
You know,
I mean, I don't think razor wings make for good eating too. So
how would you know? You haven't eaten one. They might taste like the best type of chicken you've ever imagined.
They might also taste like,
crocodile,
copper and iron.
Maybe. How often do you eat copper? I was going to say iron, but you do eat iron.
I mean, daily.
Yeah, copper, not so much, but iron, yeah.
Why do you eat copper?
I mean, your mouth bleeds out. If your mouth ever bleeds, you taste,
No, you get the taste
stuff.
you get the metallic taste. You don't actually, you're not eating copper.
Same pain.
Well, no, iron. If you taste blood, you taste iron. And
you taste iron.
Cereal cereal reinforced with iron, which is a real thing. But copper, who's eating pennies? Or copper pipe?
Actually, I know someone who's had a penny, so I know like at least 2 people who have eaten pound coins.
Yeah, better eat copper than lead, I suppose. Oh, I found out why a lot of Americans are kind of thick as
copper
shit.
is used in your bone structure and your muscles.
Oh, okay.
Copper is used in a lot of things. A lot of metal is actually.
And also, apparently, piss it out.
Oh,
you piss out small. You piss out small.
I mean,
amounts
I was going to
copper.
say, you might not want to say that to like travelers, Albie, because they'll probably just fucking steal your bones or steal your piss now.
But it turns out that the American water supply contains a surprising amount of lead in it, which explains an awful lot.
Wait, you didn't know that?
Well, I imagine that one of the richest countries in the world doesn't feed its population lead-based water, but it turns out Americans just don't care.
I mean, two words: chlorinated chicken.
Well, yeah.
No. Hang on. No. Listen. They may have lead water, but they do counteract it with fluoride and microchips.
True. Yeah. Fluoride and microchips. The microchips gather up all that lead.
So they can track you. So they can track you through your day.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I still need to send my complaint mail to thingy. I was promised 5G reception. I'm still not connected.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Albie will be turned into a zombie soon enough. 5G will get to him.
I thought 5G was fanboy.
I thought 5G was superpowers and fanboy.
Well, according to the Americans, it's zombifying.
Might be zombies too.
Superpowered fanboy. Congratulations. Superpowered fanboy zombie. There you go.
Hey, we're trying to make a planet-wide cat harem, right? Cat girl harem.
And that's your own personal goals, I suppose.
Oh, that's in the body calls, man.
Oh,
right
shit,
there.
It's Wednesday. That's right. Hang on, I need to post a video. Carry on. Sorry.
So as dusk is on its way, you can, if you would like, to gather up the razor grain, because at least Cray and Heinrich know that that the razor grain is useful.
I'm not gathering up. I'm employing the Timmy and Timmy to gather it up.
Timmy is laying down, bleeding.
Oh yeah, Timmy is laying down, but Timmy is.
Wait, didn't we last session stopped his bleeding?
We stopped the
Wait,
bleeding,
he's
but he's
not-
still wounded.
He's not bleeding. He's at -4, and no one's done any healing tests on him, so he's still at -4.
Didn't I do a healing
We
test?
did actually manage to stop the bleeding. We did stop the bleeding. He was bleeding out.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
He
That's
wasn't.
why we did the medical test.
Look, there's no medical tests.
Where the fuck
I
was the
don't
medical
see
test?
any.
Because I mean, scroll. Look, you could scroll.
We didn't do the fucking
I
medical
could have
test.
sworn we did a medical test, but
No,
Yeah.
like
We kept talking about it. No, we kept talking about it. We never actually did it. Oh, no, hang on. It was before. No, hang on. The medical test was before we fought the fucking Sakuns.
oh, right, we
Was
had,
it?
yeah, we
Yeah.
had
Because
we
that's
had
when I
2 rounds
fucking,
of
that's where I
combat.
walked over to here and went, oh, hey, Sakuns, and fucking point blank them in the face.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Medicaid test conducted by Cray. 3.8 degrees of success. Removed 7 damage, or 1 for his critical. So he was on 5. Now he's on 4.
okay, I will give you that.
actually-
I have just found it after scrolling up
Yeah.
an eternity.
No, don't forget we didn't just like end the session by fighting 3 Sakuns by like just point blank shooting them in the face.
Yeah, I had forgotten. We we opened the door to a bunch of scared Sakuns and we shot all of them.
So
Pretty
is,
much.
is there anyone bleeding, and do I need to look at any Winchesters?
No, the main ancestral.
We can't get back to the ancestral hub till tomorrow.
Yeah, the main inbred is recovering. He's lying down on the dirt.
That's Oh fuck! I I've just reminded myself of something. But I want to save that until we get back. Let's get these like guys divvied up into like. Did we actually store all the bugs in here?
No, they're just there so you guys could count them up. But I do believe you.
We did like start like removing some like the talents. and
Yeah,
stuff.
we did load stuff.
We can throw them in the cart, not the cart, but the car.
Didn't you write them already down in the card? Because I do remember asking you
Didn't-
to write it down in
I think
the
so.
card.
Didn't Cray also detected that the carapace from the Beatles was the same thing as carapace armor?
Boog buddies, 13 boog buddies. I didn't actually write anything into
14.
it, though.
We should have 14 book buddies.
No, one was absolutely destroyed.
Oh,
One was like completely fucking annihilated.
boo.
So it's not carapace armor. They have carapace. You can take it to make a type of carapace armor.
Yeah.
But it's
Not-
not imperial carapace that's going to give you
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 armor. But it's not
not-
primitive. That's the main thing.
Oh, it's not primitive?
Yeah, it's not primitive. It's a
Oh, shit, okay.
It's a
Fucking
natural
hell.
form of carapace. It's same as
Okay.
what the Gene Stealers have. So it's AP2.
Oh,
That's
okay.
good enough for me, buddy.
That's AP2 and non-primitive. That's fucking great. That's isn't that double armor against primitive weapons?
Yes,
It is.
Yes.
That's fucking great. Fucking hell, okay. Hang on.
but you
Wait,
are
no, it's not.
wearing.
We already have.
Yeah, you
I already
guys.
am wearing.
You guys don't really need this
I don't need
carapace,
it, but yeah.
but you
Yeah,
are
well,
also
I need a
wearing.
helmet.
I would have.
You are also wearing bug, and a bug's exoskeleton. So you know it's.
I would have needed that like 100 episodes ago.
I need a helmet, but I don't want a bug butt on my head.
It doesn't have to be a bug bot. It can be, a bug pack.
See, I don't know. I don't know.
Except the bug pack, it's harmless.
Listen,
it's just
all
a
right,
bug.
just because you're blue dabba dee bada die doesn't mean I have to put a bug butt in my head, okay?
I'm not a bug.
They are scrawny, so they are the size of dogs. So
I'm sorry. Those dogs are Labrador sized, though.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
saying
Massive.
that. So they're fucking
Yeah.
massive.
They are huge. We could honestly, like, if they're like similar to like if they're similar to the beetle you've shown on this, where they've got like the two really large carapace covers for the wings, that alone could probably be made into like basically an impromptu buckler, and two of them would make a shield.
Yeah. The two wings. So you are correct in saying that so they lift up their carapace wing covers, and then their wings sprout out and they fly. You could quite easily take those two covers, and that would make the size of your chest. So you could turn them into torso armor for all your inbreds. Or some
That
of
might
them.
not be a bad shout. Torso armor or shields could be good. What they currently just like are wearing leathers, aren't they? Some of them have like a uniform thing we got from the.
You didn't get them armor, as far as I'm aware.
we
You got them
didn't buy them
weapons. You got them
We got them
weapons. Yeah.
We did get them weapons. We got them sword and we got them sword. We didn't get them shields. They still have their cleavers, but we do have like a few suits of like the what do you call not the trader guard, but like the guardsmen that were lost on this planet.
The Shadowkin.
Shadowkin. We do have some of their uniforms we gave to like some of the elite back in Izmir.
Yes.
Yeah, so some of them are wearing like decent armor. The two we brought with us aren't.
Decent quotation marks.
I mean, it's not primitive,
Yeah.
which is a step up for them.
So the blood
Brandon, their
skinners.
fucking main knife. Their main knife is fucking brutal as well.
The blood skinners. Also, the mandibles can be turned into like a type of machete, kukri, kind of.
Ooh.
You know.
Okay.
And
Oh
they
yeah, that's right.
do have something else, because I believe they are razor sharp. I'll double check. They do have they have like
Ooh,
felling or
okay.
something like that.
Yeah, felling. I think they were felling last time we looked.
So
or last time we got attacked by them.
they have. So there's 6 of them who have chainmail or chainmail coats. Everyone has leather
Leathers.
hide armor.
Plus their own natural toughness.
Yeah,
or not
their
natural-
leathery skin.
Yeah.
6 of them have swords. Everyone has a cleaver. Everyone has a spit. Everyone has a knife. But then you guys have also bought equipment as well.
More swords. Like more swords. And hang on. It was here. So did I put it in Warhammer chat?
It should be in the cart, because you have to carry the equipment until you
Yeah,
give
it
it to
is
them.
in the cart, but I wanted to see like I know I did like the math stuff.
Or maybe it was that you bought 6 swords and 6 chainmail coats. Maybe that was just like what I've written down is what they've got. I know Anus has the scavenged carapace.
I like how
Yeah.
out of nowhere, and it's very normal for us. Anus has armor.
Yeah, Anus's armor. I
You
just
want your
scrolled back
anus to
far
be
enough to
armored,
see
don't
me,
you?
Yeah.
You don't want to be poked in your anus. That'd be sad.
I did just scroll back far enough for me to see like, oh hey guys, draw me the border between Ireland and the north of Ireland.
So yeah, the composite armor, which is what you got off the Shadowkin officers, is 2 on the arms, 3 on the body, 3 on the legs. So the bug stuff won't really help for good characters, but for your
for like the rank and file.
Yeah, and if you wanted to, like you said, do shields or stuff like that, it would all add to their armor. And if you did shields out of them, it would be 2 AP.
Okay, 2 AP shields, non-primitive, right? So it still
Yeah.
kind of is. Okay,
Yeah, that's correct.
fair enough. Yeah, so no, it is. It's 6 swords and 6 suits of chainmail, which is what we give. So these guys are wearing that, aren't they? The chainmail, which is why they survived.
Yeah, I believe so. Because he's got 5. Yeah, I believe that is correct.
Yeah, so he's actually wearing the chainmail, so he's not, dead.
Yeah, basically, when you take people with you, they will have the better equipment.
Yeah,
but you're
I'd like to think that the guys we bring with us are better equipped, so they don't just immediately fucking die. It's like, oh no, this stuff here, like that's going back home, but you're not allowed to take it. Yeah, you can't have that. No, I know you're here helping us and defending us and whatever else, but no, you can't have this stuff.
What was the chainmail coat AP wise?
Chainmail code. Hang on, let me get up the armory again here.
I think it's 2. I think it's 2, but it's non-primitive.
I think it's 2 to chest, legs, and arms.
Yeah.
Chainmail coat is 3 body, arms, legs.
Okay, I will adjust that.
I stand corrected.
Blobby will do. Blobby will do for now.
Blobby. Blobby.
Blobby.
Blubber. Mr. Blobby.
Yeah, dyslexic body comes out bloody. Never mind.
Oh. For some reason, I was thinking of the actual warp entity that was created by England for some reason. Mr. Blobby.
I'm just thinking of Dobby after the Blobby and the meme,
Oh, Jim, this thing I'm putting in the fucking chat real quick. This is like the warp spawned entity that England made for some fucking reason.
England?
Yeah. We created something hideous. I know. It used to be shown to kids.
Yeah.
What in God's name is that, and why?
Mr. Blobby. Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby.
Why?
What was that noise?
Just fucking why? You psychopaths.
Because it was the 80s or early 90s and CGI wasn't really a thing. So they made some weird, hideous costumed monstrosity for
You fucking
a TV
psychos.
show. Can't remember the other dude's name, but yeah. So can I get some survival rolls for people?
Can I get some bleach?
Oh, no,
maybe
no.
later.
Hang on. Jim, here's the video. Here's like a video so you actually hear him. He sounds like fucking the Nazi zombies thing. It's like fucking twin audio.
I'm going to mute myself. Hold on.
Why are we doing survival rolls?
Harvesting.
Harvesting what?
Razor wheat.
Oh, yeah. Can we get Timmy? No, Timmy, not Timmy. Timmy. Can we get his assistance as well, please?
Timmy will roll once.
How the fuck?
And then I need to find a fetit. There's a fetit, and it's a muttermouth. Oh, Heinrich succeeded.
I actually succeeded. And yes, Albie, it is a fucking Nurgle demon.
What in the shit's name did I just watch?
I told you, it's a warp spawned entity created by England for some godforsaken reason.
Why?
Because it's fucking England.
Just fucking why?
I don't actually know why it exists.
What the fuck is wrong with you people?
I mean, they drink warm beer, so
I don't
No,
drink warm beer. Fuck that.
So that's
You
a myth. We drink
That's a
warm
myth.
ale. Ale should be
You
drunk at room temperature, but beer should be drunk like cold. So Muttermouth doesn't do very well, but Thomas does good enough. Well, actually, Thomas does really well. So you can add on that you got
Okay.
6, half it. So you got 3 bags of razor wheat.
You guys need Jesus is what you need.
I mean, last time they did it didn't end well.
Jesus can't save you from that. I'll be right back. I'll just get a
not
beer.
saved from that.
All except the stuff in artists at this point. Jesus Christ.
Wait, how many bags of razor wheat? I was teaching that.
3.
3 bags, okay. I will throw that in the cart. Fucking hell.
I have returned.
Hello.
I still don't know why you graced me with that type of knowledge. I didn't need it.
I spelt wheat wrong. There we go.
It's to let you know, Jim, what will happen to you if you disapprove. If we disapprove of you, we'll send Mr. Blobby after you.
I'm not afraid of Mr. Blob. I can escape it. Why does it exist?
No, you can't escape him.
Oh no,
You
no,
really
no, dude!
can't.
If you see if you do back in the day, if you did an affront to the children TV networks, you were sentenced to like a year inside the Mr. Blobby costume.
There was a TV show where that thing used to run out at random strangers and just be like, Mr.
Yes.
Blobby! Like, you'd be sat there just like in a library or something, and that thing would come running out. It's like,
Like the GIF I sent
How
you.
did that thing not get stabbed?
The GIF I sent you, the first one, that's him just walking onto like the morning news show. He just randomly appeared and walked on the morning news show and scared the fuck out of everyone.
Just fucking why? What is wrong with you people?
hey, look,
We've
made an awful lot of amazing content over the years. We had to have a couple of fuck ups, okay? He was one of them.
I mean, this is amazing content.
It is amazing content. It's fucking terrifying though. It's not
It's
children's
just
content.
It's just like, how do you even start parsing it?
Excuse me?
Look, an awful lot
How
of
do you
acid.
even-
An awful lot of acid was taken when they came up with his concept.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
Children
I
like
know
clowns, right? Yeah, they like clowns. What if we put a clown and like blew him up with a pump and made his eyes
That-
bulge out?
That's a fucking testicle with a necktie.
Sorry, hang on. Back to the game, because I can't show Mr. Blobby on stream, because I'd have to show the Discord. So people out there are just like, what the fuck is Mr. Google it. Google Mr. Blobby for anyone who's watching, and you can
Don't
laugh.
Google it. You don't need that image in your life. Trust me.
Top 10 what the fuck Mr. Blobby moments by Watch Mojo.
I'm sorry.
The top 10
You-
what the fuck Mr. Blobby moments.
Can you share that?
Watch Mojo did that? What the fuck? How much lore does this monstrosity? How much lore does this monstrosity have?
Oh, he was around for a good decade. For a good 10 years, he was there.
Just the first 10 seconds of that. Just the first 10 seconds. That's all you need.
Why? I'm gonna mute myself again. Jesus Christ! We also have a game to play, but why?
I'm sorry, Des. Oh.
I
okay,
may have
this-
made a mistake.
What the fuck are these sent for seconds? God damn it!
You.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK.
I put the 3
and
Sakun bodies on the card as well, by the way.
Yep, sure, you can put them on the cart. You can roll survival if you want to skin them, or you can... You
No,
know,
I'm not going to do that now because I fucked it up last time really badly.
no worries.
I'd rather we wait until we get back to Izmir so we can have an actual like butchery area set up.
Not a problem. So, as you've gathered up the 3 bags of razor grain, the sun has begun to set, so you all take up residence in one of the buildings. You share out some of your supplies, so if you'd like to remove some food from your cart or your car,
Yes.
for
Where the fuck is
5, 6, you've got 7 people. Oh yeah.
Jim, get back here. Jim, enough. Save it for later, please. I'm sorry I showed it to you, but yes,
So-
you did.
This area has been emptied. It has been completed.
Okay, so we have enough salted meat for 5 people for 14 days. Hang on, I'll recalculate that for 7. We have 10 days worth of for 7 people, and then we can drop that down to 9. There we go.
So the herd beasts still stay in the rough area. You haven't gone up into the top field up north. The herd beasts have kind of lingered around there, grazing on, in the fields. The Sakuns are gone. They ran off.
Yeah. From what like the locals have like kind of shown us, or we've seen from the locals themselves, like what do they feed the herd beasts?
So, I'll just give this to you. When you looked at the farming area in the Sky Tower,
Yeah.
you would actually recognize the grain. The Sky Tower grows this grain as well. And
Oh.
like most grains, there's an awful lot of waste because you're only taking the seed-bearing top. It's the rest of it. The rest of the foliage is what they would feed to the animals as a type of silage.
Okay, like
Or they would turn it into silage by,
bulk feed.
yeah. If you're doing agriculture for long enough, you're going to have a lot of waste. They basically turn it into silage and use that to feed to the animals, along with some of the grains. And I mean, they had fruit trees and other stuff that they could also, chuck in with the animal feed.
I mean, I could probably we could probably like stack some of that up like over, like not get too close to these guys, but like get like over here or something, and like pile it up in the middle, and with a couple of ploins just to kind of like mix it in with each other, just so there's like something there for them to munch on that we know that, oh yeah, here you go.
They seem a lot more skittish now. So if you try to get up into the northern fields, they will start moving away a bit. But if you leave it more down south, there's 5. You just leave the waste over there. Eventually, they'll probably come and munch it.
I'll stick like 4 or 5 ploins in it as well. I know it's cutting out of our point amount, but
you do know there are herd beasts here. They are eating. If you want, you can just kill them and take their meat, or you can.
But that's the thing. They're already here, and they're probably already acclimatized to this area. So if we can actually move some people here that are able to cultivate them, that saves us the trouble of mind fucking a bunch of herd beasts to come here because we don't have a psyker anymore.
This is also true. So, you do indeed rest for an evening, and nothing seems to attack you. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. The next day comes, and we move over to the overworld map.
Hey. Guys, you back? Or are you still watching Mr. Blobby? Are they dead? Mr.
No.
Blobby?
I stopped watching because if I had kept watching, I would. No, I'm not playing.
So, Cray, in the evening, you do have to spend some time charging up the servitors. But this is just, where everyone else might get an extra hour or so sleep, you have to charge up the servitors. It won't, 2 of them will not cause you to be fatigued. It is well within your mechanicus capacity. Yeah, that seems about right. Do I bother writing down, do you go to the Lost Village? I don't think I can be bothered. So we're just going to go to move to day 113.
Hello. So,
on day 113, in the morning, you gather up your people. You sling Timmer and Timmer on top of the vehicle, and you make your way back to Izmir.
Use a little bit extra rope to make sure Timmer stays down.
You actually give them some rope this time.
Yes.
So, as you make your way...
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about this. Here you go.
As you make your way back, I will drop you one below. You come across an area just outside of the Fetit's forest where you take note of something.
Wait, what? Oh no. Ah! It's nighttime.
It is pitch.
Gosh,
It is the pitchest of blacks.
You take note. The sky is gone. Everything is.
Yep,
yes,
that is correct. That is correct. And
it's like that Twitter series, the day the sun disappeared.
Then we do this, and ta-da!
Ooh!
You come across an area where it appears as if some logging has happened. Some of the trees have been cut down, and it looks like an open enough area where you could set up a camp.
Ooh!
If you wished.
It's becoming nighttime at this point anyway, because it's at that leg in our journey, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, another day would pass.
This wouldn't be a bad idea to set up a camp here for the night, but also possibly a way station. I think this is what we talked about last time, which is why it's marked in the map.
Yes. Yes.
I'd be down to if we set up a camp as usual, but if I can take if we leave Timmy at the server car and maybe create to recharge stuff and everything else, and the rest of us, I go with Thomas, and Cooney goes with Mothermouth, and we take a quick look around the area, that kind of thing, maybe.
Sounds good.
You can, so basically, I'm not going to put everything on the map at the moment, but basically you park the car up over in this corner here. So you've got it's not a cliff, the hill. That'll do, yeah. The hill is basically providing you from cover from the elements, plus protection so you can't be attacked from that side. You know that up north is in the Fetit's territory, so they're unlikely to attack you. You only really need to worry about the south and east. But eastwards is also going to lead you to your own territory, so it's really just south you need to really protect from. as you explore this area a little bit, can everyone give me a survival roll just to see what you can find? I will do 2 for Muttermouth and for Thomas. Muttermouth is always first.
Any bonus for my ogre array?
You're not really using the... I mean, you wouldn't really use the auger array here at the moment, Cray. You're just wandering around and checking what's in this area. Obviously, you can see the trees are around.
Holy shit!
So you know this is a good place to gather wood.
I rolled a 4.
I was going to ask, do we have any bonuses on minuses?
No, there's no bonuses or minuses because you're just exploring the area, looking around, and you haven't got unlimited time because the sun is setting. You're doing this at the end of a long day's travel. Yeah, you've been sat in a car, but still.
Yeah.
I think
hour and a half before it's like just 50 buys.
Yeah, that's correct.
I believe Cooney is a bit too distracted, just chit-chatting with Muttermouth.
Damn it, I should have shouted at Coon to scout better.
If you had given me a +10, I would have passed, but no.
So as...
Can I retroactively shout at Cooney to scout better?
No. As you look around, like I said, this is obviously... There's a lot of large trees here. You are on the outskirts of the Fetid territory. There's a decent amount of foliage. The ground looks like it's quite fertile. It doesn't look as if this area has been drained of nutrients. You find a number of ploin trees, although the ploins are not quite ready.
Yeah, okay.
So I will copy that, and we'll paste that over there. So you can see there are ploin trees in the area. I would probably say Heinrich, as you did roll a 4, you do find a couple of ploin trees that are just about bearing fruit that's ready to be picked. In the next couple of days, there'll be a decent ploin harvest. Muttermouth rolled a 10. I think Muttermouth's going to do something else. So as Cooney's kind of
ploin trees.
As Cooney's trying to actually, was it Muttermouth who rolled well? No, sorry. So Muttermouth has been, because Muttermouth always rolls first, and then it's Thomas.
Oh,
so
sorry.
as Muttermouth is being distracted by Cooney, he doesn't really notice anything. Thomas disappears. Thomas walks into the woods and then returns later. No one really knows what he's done or where he's gone, but he disappears.
I don't think Cooney had a lot of time to just speak while she's alone with either Thomas or Muttermouth. So I think that she's just distracted trying to learn more about this planet's culture and these people. So
it's just Muttermouth looking up rubies.
So yeah, Muttermouth has been distracted by the Xenos, so he doesn't do very well. But Thomas, yeah, he disappears for a little bit and then comes back. Doesn't really seem to, he just plods on back, sits by the car and just starts polishing some piece of technology. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But you find another ploin source, and you find an area where you could set up a camp, where it is, at least for your car, it's a day travel in between the Lost Village and Izmir.
Yeah.
So the next day comes along. God, I need to keep upgrading the day counter, because otherwise I will forget. So 114. And unless anyone wants to do anything,
can I memorize this location?
yes, this location has been added onto your geo. No,
It's the locator matrix.
that's the one. Yeah, you added it as a
Points.
yeah, as ploins, but you've marked it down as an ideal place to set up a trading hub or a halfway hub between the areas that you want to explore and
I'm going to take a long stick, and I'm going to like take one of the cleavers from like the back of the cart and just like sharpen it at the bottom, and then just hang on. What else have we got in the cart there? There are some rags, so I'm going to like tie the rags to the to the top of the to the top of the big stick, and I'm just going to plant it in the ground. It's like, yeah.
There's no real flag. There's no real flag yet, but it is kind of a marker at least.
It's a marker. Yeah, so like it's tap it in with the fucking like the cleaver and like make sure it's all in, secured in the ground. Pack the dirt in around the foot of it. And take a step back. Put my hands on my sides. And yeah, just start. It's not great. Start.
I've claimed it for my dynasty. Yeah.
As soon as he says that, the thing just tilts a little bit, almost falling.
Yeah, it'll do. It'll do.
It'll do. I don't have big fuck off cogitator blank machines yet that'll erect the fucking village in instead.
I can help you with that.
I know, but do you have the most resources to do it now?
I mean, I can already start cutting the meat out for you.
What?
From the Sakoons, I should imagine. I'd like to think.
No, from Heinrich.
So Heinrich, give me your arm. I can skin it and make a flag out of it.
I don't want to be the flag. I want a cogitator bank thing.
Yes,
I can plant
but you
in the
need the
ground.
cybernetics to control it.
No, I need you to control it. You're already hired, remember?
So if you remove another day's supply, as the next day you make your way back to Izmir, you go through the very suspicious valley that looks like it's perfect place to be ambushed, and yet you are not ambushed. I've brought this up many times, but yeah, you have not been ambushed.
Suspicious valley. The totally not ambush alley.
Yeah, and you make it back to Izmir. Do you want to go straight to Izmir, or do you want to go to your Archaeotech facility?
We have the inbreds with us, so probably drop them off first before we go off into the woods.
Sure, that's not a problem. So, as we move you all back over...
Wait, no, hang on, no, wait, hang on. Timmy, we can't bring him back to fucking Izmir, because they're just gonna pack his fucking wounds with shit again.
I mean, technically speaking, we are the doctors in the city, so we can just literally
yes, but
tell
they
them.
also have a fucking sick hut where all the fucking sick people are on top of each other, and they just like randomly pack their fucking wounds with dirt and shit.
Yeah, but technically we own that location now, so we could literally just say,
yes,
no, you're staying right next to us.
We could also just bring him to like the actual diagnoster machine.
I mean, does he deserve that much? He does actually.
I mean, he did pretty well.
No Winchesters in the diagnostics machine.
We already put one in it. We may as well upgrade another one.
When did we put the Winchester in the machine?
Anus in it.
Yeah, Anus went in there.
We put him in there in the dark.
The machine was all up Anus's.
Anus,
stuff,
yeah.
Don't you remember?
All up Anus's anus.
You did blindfold Anus, so he didn't actually... Yeah. He doesn't know where the location is. He only can speak of noises and whirring and machine. Well, he doesn't even know what a machine is, but I kind of do now. So.
We can always just blindfold these people too.
You can.
He's stuck in a tube and like fucking tortured in a dark room. Like he couldn't see shit, but the torture made him better.
It did. It saved his arm. He would have lost it otherwise.
So we will blindfold him and then turn him around.
Do we still have some of those cheap medical kits?
You do.
So we could in theory
I mean, I can do mitigate test while we're on the road.
So he's you can't. So because it's extended care, he needs to be in a place where you can just spend all day. He needs to spend all day resting. You can take him back to Izmir, and then you can do essentially an intensive care. You're just checking in on him, cleaning his wounds, changing his bandages, this, that, and the other.
I'm thinking that's what we do. Like, clean off a section of the sick house, like literally clean off a section of it, and like have him there and put him basically no other treatment, only our treatment. Just look after him.
Yeah, by all means, you can So if you take him to the Archaeotech facility, he will heal quicker for 1 day whilst he's there, but he's still not going to get out of critical, because he's still got 4 points of critical damage. If you take him to Izmir and you look after him and tell them, only use our medicine, stop using your turds as medical supplies, he will recover slowly over time, just like Anus did. Like, Anus's arm was saved, so he didn't lose his arm, and he healed quicker. It's only if you want Timmy to heal quicker. You can just leave him in Izmir, and he will recover under your supervision and guidance. And there are more inbreds that you could bring with you. It's not like you're limited to just a handful.
Yeah, but like Timmy, and Tim, all those guys, Timothy. One of them's going to be called Timothy just for no fucking reason. But
the clan of Timmy.
Timmy.
They all come from the same mother, and they all have the same sister, the same auntie, and they're all the same person. Glorious.
Yes, I was about to say he just described the same character, the same person, 3 times.
So, do you want to just go back to Izmir, or do you want to try and help him heal a bit quicker?
I think we bring him back to Izmir, set him up in an actual a care bed with no fucking Izmirian medicine.
I will give him a checkup once we drop him off in the. Once we drop him off in the thingy.
I mean, once we drop him off, we still have just enough time to get to the our camp, right? Our camp, but our base, right?
So you've got about an hour, 2 hours before night falls. Once you've travelled all day, for you guys to get to your Archaeotech facility with the car is going to take you 15 minutes. So it's not going to take you guys long at all. You could easily drop Timmy off and then go off to the Archaeotech facility. Not a problem.
Yeah, so if... What?
Nothing.
Theoretically, we arrive at Izmir. I can jump out with them. I can jump out with one of the interpreters, be it Mothermouth or Thomas, and get that shit sorted and ready to go. The whole sick house and whatever else, and you guys can go off do a little bit at the Archaeotech base and come back, or just stay there the night and come back tomorrow.
Sleeping in a clean, kind of sterile environment with technology, or sleeping with inbreds?
I don't know why you're sleeping with the inbred so much. It's
yeah, you've got your own buildings to sleep in. You know, if you're cuddling up with the inbreds, that's your choice.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an inbred village. That's what I meant. Sleeping in the inbred village or sleeping in a highly...
No. You said you like to snuggle up with the inbred, squeezing in between them as they're fucking in the evening, you know.
Hey. Don't put words in my mouth. That's not what I said.
They're putting something else in your mouth if you're sleeping with them. Fucking hell.
What is this hole on its face? Can we use it for something? No.
Don't you dare, buddy.
Slap. That is not for sticking in. So you arrive back at Izmir. The Ismerians know that you're coming, particularly now because there's this from the servitors making engine noises. They all gather, as they have done many times. Anus and the rest of the Bloodskinners are taking up a defensive position, but as they see your car and the two inbreds sat on top of your car waving at them all, the tension visibly leaves and they start cheering because you guys have been gone for a few days and yet you've returned and you're almost fine. Timmy and Timmy come back into the village and they are welcomed as heroes. Timmy is lifted up on the shoulders of other Ismerians as his wounds are paraded around like a trophy. He has survived. He was wounded, much like Anus. He comes back alive. Front, and they grab him, and it looks as if they're trying to spirit him away to somewhere that you guys have already guessed where they're taking him.
No.
And then they come back. They're like, huh? He must go to the medical tent.
Not with all that fucking shit in there. I'm basically just going to ask one of them to translate for me as I ask them to follow me, and I'll I'm not touching that shit. Like, I'm not fucking doing any of that shit, but I'm like pointing them like, okay, that stuff there, sweep it away. Like I hand them a brush I've found on the side of the fucking house or some shit. It's like, brush that away, get a bucket of water, wash, scrub it up in a 3 incest in a tub. And then as soon as I have a little area that's clear in either in the medical suite or to the side of the medical suite or whatever, it's like, okay, try to translate to them, leave alone, we look after, he deserves it, think of reward or something like that, like reward.
Sure. So Timmy is going into the medical tent. Now that you do have easy access to water, it's quite easy for them to just scoop up buckets of water, and they clean out the area. The old kind of booted out of the medical place for now. They're upset and grumpy, but they're old and dying, so who cares? And all the shit, piss, and vomit is swept out, and you do the best you can without modern sterilization technique. Hot water, and lots of hot water can only go so far, but this is better than nothing. And Cray and Heinrich show them what to do and what not to do. If you want to do that, it will take you it will take you an hour at the very least to clean it all out and to say, give them the basic rundowns of medical care and, don't put feces in wounds. And they question this and are like, no, we've done it for centuries. This is our way. And you're like, no, slap. Don't.
Where the fuck did this guy come out of?
That dude is one of the last survivors from the uprising of the old man.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. That I just remembered. It's been 28 days, but where's the old man? We gotta kill him. We need that last.
Yeah. That was
we need that 99 XP.
Yeah, he's I can't quite remember what token he's meant to be, but he is just an Ismerian. He's just a different Ismerian.
Yeah, I think that was I think he used that one there for it wasn't the foreman, but it was like one of his elites or something like that.
Yeah, it was one of the elite fighters along with the scum. So this is the scum token. There's only a few of them left now, but it was like they had a load of scum and they had one or two quote unquote elite
Bruisers.
fighters.
Yeah, like a bruiser or some shit like that. But
Yeah.
So yeah. So we'll do that. At least I'll make a start on that there, so Craig can start the actual medical stuff either tomorrow or when he gets back, if he has to go to the architect place and do stuff. I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, you can do all that. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
So as you return, you can see that the miner, the smith, and the merchant both all three of them take a keen interest in the fact that you have returned. But they can see that you're dealing with anus and cleaning out. They can see that you're busy, so they just sit back and they're like, okay, we'll wait. There's no rush.
Did they perk up more when we pulled the fucking chainmail and swords off the back of the truck?
Yes, much more, because they understand that you found someone who has access to information, technology, knowledge. As you finish dealing with Timeh, and again, it is evening, is dwelling, is coming forth, whatever you want to say. The smith, hang on, they were going to say something. I can't remember what they were going to. I'm going to talk to you about something, and I had it, and now I'm like, hang on, what are they going to do? Because you went off, you brought forth new items, which everyone's very happy about. That was it. So the smith comes over to Cray and gives Cray 2 containers. The sigil of the Adeptus Mechanicus upon them. You have 2 more containers of crude promethium.
Oh yeah, it's delivered here.
Freedom cries and eagle cries in the background.
So you can add down 2 more crude promethium onto your sheet. Technically, you do also have the resources to refine it now, but there's no guarantee you'd find it.
We're still going to the.
I love the fact that stuff gets shipped to us via balloons.
Servo balloons, yes.
Servo balloons. It's not servo skulls, it's just servo balloons. Oh, I love it.
So again, as you all gather round for the evening meal, the inbreds have a large celebration. Alcohol is as always, it's passed around to the community. Only tonight there's a little bit extra alcohol that's going around as they drink in the honor and glory of their new leaders and their new champion, Timeh. And Timeh tells the story of the valiant fight and how he had to rush in to save his brother, lover, and cousin.
Too much information, buddy.
And then obviously the dancers all get up and start dancing again, and everyone is in very, very high spirits. I should actually add that Izmir's morale has increased.
Yeah,
because it has locations. No, not locations. It's humans. It's humans. There we go. No, it's not. It is locations. No, there it is. Izmir settlement. So that goes up by another 5. You're now at 75.
Ooh. Okay. Just while they're distracted, having that conversation and stuff, I want to take Cray and Cooney aside real quick. Okay. Is that fine?
Sure.
I know you can't. I know you can't see me, but I'm raising my eyebrows as in yes.
Okay. So just while Timeh is discussing his grand adventure, I take you guys over to one side for a second. Okay. So we do have to deal with the old man, okay? We do have to get rid of him.
Who is this old man?
He's a very, very bad.
A Jew that tried to kill us. We let him live. We are going to kill him again. I mean, we're going to kill him properly this time.
Hey, dude! Oh my god, I heard a Jew!
So did I.
I was like, but no! He's like, it's a dude. It's a dude, not a Jew.
Yes, it's a dude.
Oh, I was going to say something then, and I was like, hang on, Albie wouldn't say that. It has to, oh, it's dude, not Jew. Gotcha, I had it wrong.
I'll defend him. I actually
Echo.
I actually heard dude, so I did hear dude.
So wait, oh my god. Okay, we do need to get rid of this dude. And he's a very bad fellow, and he's like he's not, he doesn't follow the right god. All right, so. But I was thinking,
is the penalty for killing him because he doesn't follow your god, or because he was against you guys?
Well, he did like try to start an uprising, and I'm
Okay,
99%. I'm like 99% sure he's like a cultist or some shit.
So because he is a rebellious scum, then is why we're executing him.
That too.
Okay.
He also just fucking stinks, and he's old.
Being old, not exactly why a good reason to kill him. Being rebellious scum and being just generally stinky.
The weird thing is, like,
he will try to kill us.
Probably, like, Cray and I are probably the same age as him, right?
Are you? I see.
Anyway, do we know where the old dude is right now?
Yes, he's down here. He's been locked up here for like the past like fucking. Hang on, can we just go checking him to see if like he's actually being fed, or he just didn't like fucking starve to death in the fucking shed?
He is there. He is getting fed.
Okay.
He is very upset about his very hard stools.
He doesn't like change.
I'm going to look
just to verify. This is our dude, right?
Yeah, the old man down south.
Porridge plop.
I'm just going to look at them.
I approached there with my last gun throw.
No. So I think we don't kill him in town. We take him out. We take him somewhere and then just like execute him elsewhere. Like don't fucking make him into a martyr in the middle of town.
We're gonna take him out to the farm.
Well, the thing was, I was kind of thinking like, what, like, just back over here a second. Back over here. So like, what Cray specifically? What type of materials are in the human body that like the Medicaid machine might be able to use?
In copper, iron,
sodium, nickel, water.
Cray, you're well aware that the machine. You're well aware, Cray, that the machine will harvest organs and then hold on to them and keep them, quote unquote, fresh.
Oh, plasma, take a pick. There's a lot of shit that you can actually use from the human body, buddy.
So like,
I think you need to, if you have the 100% conversion rate, that you need to, what was it? Like, how do you say this in English? Let out all the blood. So you collect all the blood of a human body. You need 400 bodies, and you have enough iron to forge a sword. If you have 100% conversion rate.
I don't think it's exactly like that, is it?
Well, it assumes you can extract the iron perfectly out of the blood.
Plan. That's not the plan. That's very coordinated of you, but that's not the plan.
You need 3,000 liters of blood, apparently, to make a long sword. So, not gonna happen, buddy.
I mean, I missed by minute. 3,000, you said?
Yeah, 3,000 liters.
So about 500 bodies.
Yeah, it depends on their height.
Yeah, adult,
weight,
you know, let's just go with an average.
Adult,
but, yeah.
not adult. Like,
well, hang on,
we're going on adults here. We're not going
right?
on children.
like.
No, hang on. Adult body is like 5 liters, right?
7.
About 70% of your body is liquid. But you're gonna have something like 7 liters on you, kind of.
Anyway, I wasn't talking about making a longsword out of his blood, because that I mean, that would be fucking awesome for a Black Crusade game, but no, not in this. That actually would be awesome with the Black Crusade game. I'm stealing that. Eris, write that down if you're there. But no, what I was thinking of was, like, we could possibly, like, take some of we could, like, harvest him a bit, but at the same time, if he is corrupted and shit like that, like to what I kind of believe he is, it might not be the best thing to put it in at the same time. But it's like it is one of the options we could do. But like, what would be the best way to get rid of him without like destroying the morale of the time?
Let's just take him out to the farm, feed him to the machine, and that's it. He might be old, but there's still calcium in his bones.
So, as Cray approaches and draws his lasgun, and then Heinrich, you quickly like, no, put it away. The two Izmirians, the Bloodskinners, who notice, they smile. The scum doesn't notice, but Bloodskinners smile. Yeah, they're primitive people. They don't care about fucking executions. It's entertainment as far as they're concerned.
Okay.
Like, you brought these people proper food, proper alcohol, you brought so much shit to them. Yeah. They're like, but things have improved so much around here. Who cares?
True. Yeah, true. Like, I'm thinking of this from like an imperial noble kind of perspective. It's like, oh no, you can't do that. The peasantry are just going to let you kill someone. It's like, no, yeah, they will. We could just, give everyone a bunch of sticks and just like let them beat them to death in the middle of the fucking town square.
You could make it a group activity. They probably would enjoy it.
I mean, okay, out of character. Out of character.
The children would probably get involved in the human pinata. I mean,
you know what? Fuck it. You guys wait here. I'm gonna go find fucking Muttermouth and ask him to like fucking float the idea with fucking Anus. See what the fucking comments and consensus is.
I mean, out of character, it depends on what you guys find it more valuable. If you guys, want to extract resources out of him, take him to the machine. But otherwise, yeah.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, we know some of these people are corrupted because we literally saw, well, I don't know what the fuck it is. I know it's a warp entity. But we did see a warp entity pop out of a fucker guy's head.
Yes. There was a Nurgling that was in the Shadowkin.
The kind of idea was, we could just like organ harvest them and whatever else. But then like, okay, no, but some of them are corrupted and some of them are like being piloted by fucking Nurglings apparently. So maybe not.
I mean, the thing is,
like, beating him in the town square with like torches or some shit, so like they set him on fire as well. Jesus Christ.
Well, isn't that technically also very chaotic though?
No, beating a guy to death in the
very
street.
imperial, actually.
It is actually because we're not doing it in the name of Khorne. We're doing it in the name of the Emperor.
Beating a guy to death.
You got to remember.
Game out of it.
You got to remember if
there's no intent
of a world finds out that someone like a local mayor, for example, has done something that goes against the imperial creed, they don't just take him outside and execute him. They'll make a whole festival out of it where people will throw rotten fruit and stones at him, and then they'll make a big ceremony out of burning the heretic in the name of the God Emperor.
So, there's no intent there for the Chaos Gods. Like, otherwise, like every time you would get into a fight with someone, you'd be, worshiping Khorne to a massive degree.
I mean, that's fair. It's just that I don't know, turning a guy into a human pinata kind of sounds, chaotic-y for me a little bit.
It depends, like Geddy said, it's all about intent. You have to sacrifice someone to Khorne for Khorne to get power from it, or Nurgle, or so on and so forth.
You would need to have standing with Khorne. It's like I am doing what I do in the name of Khorne.
Yes.
Or Nurgle, or Tzeentch, or
exactly. Just executing someone in a very barbaric way happens every minute of every hour of every day in the Imperium, all over it. Burning the witch and the heretic is a source of entertainment. Again, think medieval Rome. That's medieval Rome. Think Rome with the Colosseums and, you know.
I get all that. It's just
thing. Yeah, but yeah, despite fire being a very Zinchian thing, it's actually a very imperial thing as well. That's why like the Sisters of Battle are so prone to it and everything else. They see it as like the most divine way to sacrifice to the Emperor, basically.
Yeah.
No, that's all fine and good. It's just that I thought the human pinata thing might be a little bit over the line, but
no, it's true. Same as like Game of Thrones, the whole shame thing of making it everyone in the community knows he is a sinner, he is sin, and if you're, you know, saying, look, he's sinned against the God Emperor, and, you know, they're throwing stones at him and shit at him, and it's barbaric. It's barbaric, but for it to be chaotic, it has to have sigils, or you have to bring up the name of the Chaos God or their... Because again, they don't always say to Khorne, but they might say to the bloodied hand, to the bloodied warrior, to the everlasting sorcerer. They'll use a different name for the Chaos Gods. But yeah, as long as you make it very clear that this is, you know, he sinned against the God Emperor, you can pretty much do whatever barbaric shit you want in the Imperium. It's fine.
No,
as long as it's in the name of the Emperor or the Messiah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's fair. It's just I found it a tiny bit weird because I get executions and shaming and stuff like that. I thought that might be a little bit over.
You could probably see it like it could be given off like residuals to Khorne or some shit like that, because it is kind of like this is a kind of barbaric people, but at the same time, like, we are also not like wholly dedicated to Khorne, or we're not like doing it as a sacrifice to Khorne. Like, Khorne does get power from violence and whatever else, but it's not like a massive. It's not like a proper chaotic service.
This is again, it's a point of contention depending on your view of the Chaos Gods. I like the idea that you actually have to do it in the name of Khorne or one of his pseudonyms. Just being a warrior and being amazing at combat and having the perfect sword technique, in my opinion, does not feed Khorne, unless you are devoting your sword technique and your prowess to an aspect of him. Because otherwise, they all get power from, you know, every action. Every time someone dies, Nurgle gets power because it's death and rebirth.
Gordon did get some power, but it's more efficient if it's actually devoted.
Again, this is a point of contention within the lore itself, because I'm pretty sure it used to be that it was every warrior gives Khorne power if they do combat and they martial expert. Well, Khorne's a martial warrior, so he gets... For me, that's a little bit... I don't really agree with it. You have to devote it to one of his aspects, and you can get fooled into like believing in an aspect of Khorne accidentally.
If you've been fooled into it, there's still someone else there that has tricked you into that. There's still someone or something that has tricked you into that, which is the intent from someone else, which still is intent, but it's just someone else's intent that you are fueling.
Yes. So if this guy, for example, the Elder, if he was Zinchian, okay, or if he was Nurgle, and he got the whole community to do something to you guys, you know, like throw shit at you and get your wounds infected for Nurgle, let's say. The community doesn't have a clue what they're doing. They're just throwing shit at you whilst you've got cuts on you. But he knows that he is devoting this to an aspect of Nurgle. Therefore, Nurgle does get power from it because someone is doing it in Nurgle's name or an aspect of Nurgle. You know, there has to be someone who is devoting the action, or again, like you could say, it's also a bit Zinchian that he's tricking everyone in the village to attack you in a particularly Nurg-like way to get you to die from disease and from pestilence. But the people don't know. The people will get infected with some amount of chaotic taint just by being in proximity. But they don't actually understand that they're doing it in Nurgle's name. Only the Elder does. But the Elder has got them to do these acts which Nurgle would like through him. So that's how cults can work in Nurgle's name or a Chaos God's name. But only the cult leader knows that it's actually for a greater entity of the warp. That's how I like to see it, because like Geddy said, otherwise every Sister of Battle who burns someone to death could technically be helping Tzeentch, because it's all part of the greater plan. But it's not, because they're shouting out the Emperor's name, they're using Holy Prometheum, and so they dedicated it.
Dedicate everything they do to the Emperor.
I mean, you don't know, it might still be part of the great plan.
Oh no! So it can be, but it's much harder for what they do to become.
I'm joking.
No, you're actually right. No, you are right though. It is harder for them to have it be tainted because they are more screaming about the Emperor than anything else. They're not like just doing it for shits and giggles, or because someone told them to.
In this case, for example, if Heinrich turns around and he convinces you all that no, we're going to make this a community event where we're punishing a sinner who has sinned against the God Emperor. Heinrich has then acted as a cult leader for the Emperor, so the intent is for the good of the Emperor. The inbreds don't understand; they're just enjoying a bit of fun activity of brutalizing someone. But Heinrich knows these actions are not for chaos; they are for the God Emperor. They're to make your position stronger. Play a character. You guys know that you're doing it for XP, but that's neither here nor there.
Fair.
So yeah, basically what we're saying is you can do any fucked up shit you'd like in 40k as long as your intent is in the right place. As long as you're yeah, exactly. Pure.
Fair.
So, are you going to brutalize the old man who's just sitting in his cell?
Although, I mean, I have where is it? Talent. Envoy of the Greater Good. So I'm okay with weird Xeno traditions, but like I think it would be like it's probably better to just do this a little bit differently, so you're not turning.
My previous mentality was like, oh, this is a noble getting rid of another noble kind of thing, but I just realized like, yeah, I'm just a noble getting rid of like a heretic. So that's literally what we could just do. Just, like, the
for Cooney, I would actually bring up the Kroot in this, because the Kroot do horrific things in the name of the greater good. Eating people is not normal. It's not acceptable throughout most, but for the greater good, they allow it. So you could still dot the mental gymnastics to understand. Oh, this to get the community to believe in us more, thus believing in the greater good of us more. There is some correlation there,
No. I get all that. It's just that this is not the mentality of a Tal. This is the mentality of Cooney. Because, like I said, the Kroot eat people. Goddammit, I get that, but it's like that's not the point. The point is like this is a tiny bit barbaric. Like I don't know if I like this all that much.
I mean,
they are primitive people.
So I've seen. So I recently did a book on, or read a book on, the Blackstone Fortress, where a Kroot and a rogue trader and a load of other people get together. The rogue trader's men are getting killed, and the Kroot, whilst they're being killed, he's fighting, but as the fighting comes to an end, he starts cutting pieces off of the dead rogue trader's men, and he starts eating them. a barbaric and horrific thing that should never happen in the rogue trader's eyes. But the Kroot is like, well, no, this is normal. I'm taking their souls into myself to make myself stronger and to gain their knowledge, so their knowledge is not lost. So, as a Tau, you would have seen the Kroot do some pretty horrific things to the enemy's corpses in a ritualistic kind of manner. And you would understand that they're doing it for, again, they would say it's the greater good of learning the enemy's knowledge and so on and so forth. This particular Kroot was a noble of the Kroot. He was like one of the oldest Kroot that has ever Krooted. But you would see the similarity. That's all I'm trying to get across. It is barbaric. It might not be something you yourself would get involved with, but you would have, if you fought with the Kroot, you would have had to stand back and watch them decapitate Imperial soldiers and start eating them. And you would be like, okay.
Again, I have the talent of the envoy of the greater good, so technically I am supposed to be trained into adapting to the traditions and regulations and stuff that other people do. And again, I will accept everything they do. I'm not going to participate. That's just, as Cooney, she feels it's a bit barbaric. She's not going to say that, but she's like, this kind of bit barbaric, because if she saw a Kroot doing that, she wouldn't understand. It's a Kroot doing that. For the Kroot, that's perfectly normal. That doesn't mean that she will, go like, no, that's still cool. I get it. I just, it's not for me,
I would also point out the Tau do also do some pretty fucking barbaric shit from quite often, actually. Also, by the way, the Tau do officially have a god, and it is a many-armed, half Tau, half human, half Xenos deity. It has like 8 arms. Some of them are human, some of them are Vespit, some of them are the psychically active bears. Fucked up shit also happens in the Tau sphere although as far as I'm aware, they do execute people in the normal manner of execution. I haven't heard any stories of them beating individuals to death and then burning them.
It's like I'm saying. I'm not saying that the Tau also. I'm not saying that the Tau don't do barbaric shit and do some stuff that would be cruel and unthinkable to us. It's just that this specific thing for Cooney of grabbing an old guy and turning him into a human pinata for everybody to just beat with sticks, and he was, broken and bleeding.
I will admit, I don't know about public executions. I don't know if the Tau get involved in, public executions and brutalizing the enemy for entertainment. I genuinely don't know, but,
Yeah, but again, it's exactly what I was saying. Like, for Cooney, she's like, a tiny bit barbaric. If that's what you're going to do, that's fine. But, maybe we could do something else.
Swords rather than clubs.
You could christen your new weapons. You could be like, 6 of you, take a part of him with your new weapons. Just don't keep them as trophies. But moving on from, do you want to harvest him for components, or do you want to do a ceremonial, brutal execution and, religious rhetoric kind of thing?
Does one exclude the other?
I mean, I'm thinking if it has to be a kind of religious thing, I think that I think the beating would have to land into burning on the pyre or something like that, or just burning straight on the pyre or something. But if we want to keep him for parts,
then I vote to. I mean,
he is old, by the way.
Parts.
Yeah, I don't think his parts are going to be that good. His parts aren't going to be that good.
I vote burning.
Down to, sodium.
So we've got one for burning.
Sodium, calcium, there's a lot of things. I'm abstaining. This is between you two.
I'm happy at beating and burning.
Okay, a beating and burning. So, as Anus is well up for this, he's quite excited. As Muttermouth kind of, explains what's happening, Anus grabs a few of the people and runs off. And then, within a matter of half an hour or so, there's a pyre that has been built. Some alcohol has been spread around to help with the fire. Beating sticks have been handed out to women, children, the elderly, the young, everyone. And
not him though.
No, he
doesn't get a chance to fight back. No.
He takes it. Anus takes his spear, his old spear.
Anus gets a hold of the spear. Yeah, I'm talking about the old man. The old man doesn't get a fucking stick.
No. No. These are the old who you kicked out of the medical tent. They get sticks.
Yeah.
So as the
to raise their spirits,
as the dancers are kind of dancing and food has been placed out, everyone's kind of gathered for the communal meal and party and celebration.
For the communal beating.
An odd musical sound is made from the banging of primitive drums, and the dancers begin wailing and singing in a auspicious kind of way. The old man is taken out of his cell, and he is led through the streets of Izmir as children and the old and the young begin throwing stones and running up and beating him with sticks. He cries out in pain and begins saying stuff in their slurry tongue that this is not right. He led them for years. He did his best. And the Izmirians shout at him and scream, and more sticks are thrown. More stones are thrown. More sticks are beaten against him as he's paraded through the entire of Izmir. By the halfway point, the two guards are dragging him, as it appears his legs have been broken.
Is there any way I can try and slip in like heretic to be like slipped into the chant?
Sure,
like
as you're leading the procession, you begin chanting out just heretic, heretic, and the Izmirians begin to. They can't say the word properly at first, but as they hear you saying it and they say it over again, the chant of heretic, heretic rings out through Izmir. As he's dragged, his legs limp, bleeding, cuts all over his body at this point, he's led to the centre of town where there's a pyre, a large stake in the middle. He's tied to the stake. At this point in time, an arm's broken, his legs are fucked. He's hanging on to life as you begin pronouncing the name of the god emperor, and that this heretic must burn, and all the people chant, heretic, heretic, banging of drums, dancers begin to dance round the pyre. Children begin taking some of the more potent alcohol and begin spraying it on the old man, chucking it on him. He cries out as it burns, as it bleeds into his wounds. Heretic! Heretic! The banging of the drums gets louder and louder as Anus appears, his spear in hand. Wrapped around the tip is wattlin and cloth. He douses it in alcohol and points it at Heinrich. Not the blade pointed, but the watling. Clearly a sign to light the spear.
I will take the little what do you call it?
I think you actually have a lighter.
I actually have it. I actually have a lighter. I actually will pull the lighter from my pocket and ignite the wattle for him.
As the wattle goes up, Anus holds it up in the air. He dances round the old man on the pyre. He shoves it close to his face, but only close enough that he can feel the heat of the burning spear. The whole crowd begins to cheer as a wounded individual is carried forth from the medical tent, and Anus hands Timmy the spear. Timmy takes the spear, raises it up, and cries out, "For the Emperor!" and throws it at the old man, stabbing him not in the heart but in the gut, prolonging his fate as he goes up in flames, crying out in pain, screaming at the top of his lungs. Everyone cheers, the children cry out in joy as the dancers begin to dance around the pyre, spraying alcohol onto it as it whoosh, whoosh. The old man lets out one last cry, and all the Izmirians look shocked and a little scared as Muttermouth whispers to you, Heinrich. He's called upon the changer of ways to change his fate.
I don't know what that is, but it might be a good idea to shoot him now.
I am blasting the corpse with the shotgun.
Can I get a command check, Heinrich? They're at 75%, so you get a plus 30 to your roll.
Command. Okay. Plus 30. Hang on.
So hanging?
Still hanging. Is this to like maintain their discipline or anything?
So this is essentially you're commanding him to die. You're shouting out for the Emperor. You're doing chants. Okay. You're doing reveric verses from the Electitio de Nivitatis.
So I can't use Into the Jaws of Hell or Iron Discipline or something else, but that's fine. Okay.
You're technically being a Hierophant at this moment. You're commanding them, but you're also using holy words. So of course you were meant to succeed this. I mean, you could have got an actual 100. Would be funny, but
yeah, but no. With that plus 30, I have 101 target.
Yeah, critical fail, still critical fail,
yeah,
but you know, 1%.
But yeah, still, fucking hell.
So, as Muttermouth whispers to you what he said, you immediately jump forth, presenting yourself in your full, as full a resplendency as you can, bringing forth what to you would be very religious, very, for the Emperor, for his sons, the Izmirians don't understand your words, but they see your defiance at this changer, this word that they were so scared of. They look at you and see something, and they cheer. They begin shouting and chanting, and Muttermouth tells you that this is a slurry tongue word for the golden one. The way of gold, the golden light, the path of gold. You've been told this similar thing before when the lights in the sky were changing many, many moons ago. And it seems as if there is a ferocity of devotion within the Izmirians as they all chant. No fear is left as the old man slumps forth, his life leaving him. There is a purple flame that licks the pyre but fades. And that's the end. The old man dies and you will gain 99 experience.
And 99 extra experience, you mean? Because we've been holding on
Yeah,
this quest for a while, buddy.
There will be an extra 99.
Oh, so the 150 plus the 99, you mean?
Yeah, it'll be the normal XP, but you also get an extra for the death of the old man. We'll put him in the middle. Why not?
So we're now at.
Well, you haven't quite ended yet, but well, we're just gonna say he's.
Water comes from. No,
Well,
no,
we just
no,
okay.
I'll only add the 99 for now.
We'll do it there.
There you go.
Got 99 problems, but an old man ain't one of them.
A ancient old man ain't one of them. Hit him. I'm surprised he was a follower of Zinch when he was, very opposed to change.
Yeah.
I mean, probably because it wasn't the change he wanted.
It could have been undivided.
Zinch is hypocritical, like.
I mean, he would have been more undivided, but he was still on the chaotic side because again, he's seen those lights. He's been influenced, but he doesn't understand what he's been influenced by, if that makes sense. He only knows.
We recover a wound a day, don't we?
Huh?
We recover a wound a day, don't we?
Yes, as standard, without any healing tests, without any medicine, in this environment as well. You recover a wound a day. If you're at the Archaeotech facility, lying on the Archaeotech bed, you recover a bit more per day. But
no,
yeah,
I actually forgot I actually was wounded. So I'm back up to 11 out of 13. Sorry about that.
No, that's quite all right. The night ends in a reverick celebration, drinking. Sadly, you do have to content with some fucking and incestual activities going on. But that is how it is in the land of Izmir.
It is how it is.
You could try and stop them, but it's probably not really going to work. We'll put Cooney over at the side. So she's not been an active participant.
Wouldn't be active at all. She should be in the outskirts of the circles and the chanting and shit. She would just be watching.
Move Timmy.
She would not participate at all.
Move Timmy over, and yes, Timmy has been given a name. So he technically can be upgraded at one point.
Timmer.
Hey, looking at these things, he needs to make some fertility pills to get the slaves pens working.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
I mean, we need labor.
We just got them loyal. Come on.
Yeah, and now we need to make more loyals.
In fairness, we do.
I'm half tempted to at one point give you an Archaeotech device that can improve their genetics, because it would take so long for you to breed it out of them at this point.
I don't want to breed it out. I just need more bodies. So all we need is basically pills from the OED lab.
I mean, technically speaking, if we leave the planet, time moves differently in space, so that process would be sped up quite a bit.
Yes, once you're travelling through the warp, years can pass by for this world, whereas months pass for you guys. So that would speed. But I'm thinking of to improve the what you have here. So as the evening comes to an end, is there anything you guys would like to do or speak to anyone or to do anything?
How is the work on the agricultural fields?
So as you came into Izmir, you noticed that the fields that they've been working on are doing well. There is growth there. They do seem to be watering it every day and looking after the plants. Obviously, it's going to take a while for things to grow. But things do seem to be progressing quite nicely. I believe at the moment they have 2 fields that are active. No, they have 4 fields that are active. And they can work on another 4 fields. But at the moment they've only got 4 that are active, that are primitively ploughed and watered and sowed and so on. Technically you do have razor grain, which in its current form can be sowed into the fields if you wish to give them a bag of the grain for them to use for planting, not for eating.
I suppose we can do that. I look at Heinrich.
So sure, if you want to do that, if you remove 1 bag of razor grain, and I'll add on to the map another field. So they now have 8 fields that will be worked on. They are using the herd beast to work the fields, so it's not just sitting there doing nothing. I know it looks like it's sitting there doing nothing, but they are using animal husbandry as best as inbreds can use animal husbandry. Is that the right map? It doesn't really matter. I gave you guys a map that you could do stuff to, and I've got one in case you wanted to, like, I don't know, draw a penis on the map or something. Yeah, that works. So yeah, your agriculture is definitely moving forwards. Heinrich, is there anything you would like to prepare for the evening? In case you two haven't realised, both Heinrich and Cooney are both muted.
I am aware. I was
Okay.
waiting for them to say it. So, the thing is, I think Cooney is just going to spend her time helping treat the injured, mostly Teme, because she wants to learn more about human anatomy. Even though this is mutant anatomy, it's still, a good starting point.
Sure. So
what am I asking?
you check up on Tim, because again, this is just in the evening. If there's anything you guys wanted to do before the day comes to an end, so you can check up on Timmy. He seems very drunk, very happy that he was part of the ceremony. He has been added to Izmirian's NPC list as a fighter. Maybe one day he'll be a champion.
Oh my god.
So,
Nice.
So Heinrich, is there anything you want to do this evening? Is there anyone you want to talk to, or anything you want to arrange?
At this moment, no. I think I'm going to, after probably straining my voice for a bit, I'm going to have like a hot plain vodka, or the fuck we're having, or a warm plain vodka, and just chill out in the for a little bit, and then just retire back to the office for a while.
Sure, by all means, you can do that. Just as a reminder, did I actually put down any numbers? Did I? Hang on. Elder in prison. Not anymore, he's not.
XP.
I'm going to put killed in action, even though it's not really killed in action. We'll keep it as that.
Killed in religious action.
Sorry, I didn't even push the button when I said that. So he is now KIRA, killed in religious action. Did I give numbers? No, I did not give numbers for how much materials you have, but as you retire to your warehouse, office, sleeping quarters, you have a shitload of iron, a shitload of leather, a shitload of fish oil, a very crude type of glue and stone, as well as simple components. This is basically the stone, wood, well, not wood, but stone and other metals that they have been acquiring. So a number of resources that need to go to the Sky Tower are, in fact, there.
Yep. That's what I'll probably spend the morning doing that after the celebrations. So gather up the materials and shit we needed for the trade. I'll start while I'm in the office. I'll probably like putting together like a little bit of like what I need to discuss with the blacksmith and everything in the morning. Let them continue the revelry and whatever else. Like this is what we need because one of these guys is the foreman now, aren't they?
No, technically the foreman now is Anus.
Yeah, Anus is the new foreman.
Yeah, and Timmy is the fighter stroke champion.
Yeah.
And the other, yeah, they're the blacksmith and the miner.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is if I can discuss with these guys, like what materials we can trade and would be able to continue to trade and gather up to trade with the Sky Tower. Like we still have like credits left over with them. Like an ungodly amount of fucking credits left over with them.
Day 114 killed the Elder with fire. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Wow.
Hey, the Elder died by crushing. I know.
So, how are we all doing for time?
I'm alright.
I'm running low on time, actually.
Okay, so what we will do then...
I'm good.
Oh, hang on, it was day 15. I fucked that up. It's not 14. 114 is 115.
So we have... let me grab this real quick. Because this is what we got from the trade deal. So I'm going to put this back into the Discord chat because I did lose it last time. So I don't want to lose it again. Oop. So we spent 390 on 6 chainmail coats and swords. I spent 6 on 2 boxes of shells, shotgun shells. So we still have 414 thrones left to basically spend at the Sky Tower.
Sure. No worries there. So probably best to end the episode off if Jim is running out of time. So
yeah.
As day 115 comes to an end, you have secured your leadership position within Izmir. It's now completely secure. There's only one. Well, there's a few more scum around, but they kind of just, yeah, they're part of the community. They're just scum. Yes, you've secured your position as elders or leaders of this community of inbreds. And yeah, in the next episode, you'll be gathering up or sorting out your trading materials and preparing for whatever actions you wish to take next. And that will be the end of this episode. So,
Sweet.
I certainly hope everyone has enjoyed this episode and are looking forward to future episodes to come, whenever they may come around. Thank you all so much for watching. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode with audio on all sides, which is always a treat.
Hey.
Yeah.
Every now and then we have to spoil the viewers, right?
Yeah, every now and then we've got to give them what they want. You know?
Yeah.
Can't keep giving them just an episode of me talking and no one else. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I certainly hope you've enjoyed and are looking forward to future episodes. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.